In this video, I'm going to show you how to convert three videos. In this video, I'm going to show you three record hints that I'm going to convert to sources for this individual, Eugenia Forrest Hodge. To do that, all you do is click on the first one. It'll open up beside it the record of what that actually is. In this case, it says birth and christening. So we will go down below to review and attach. Click your left mouse button on the review and attach button. It will open up the source on the left side of the screen with the actual information in family tree on the right side of the screen. So all you have to do is go along and compare these. The first one is the person's actual birth. This is the individual, so we will add that they lived in that area at the time they were born, 1885. And to attach this, we will then put Eugenia Forrest Hodge. Birth record. Once we've entered why we're adding it, and it's underlined in red, Hodges, because it doesn't know that. So you can just add it to your dictionary and then that won't bother you anymore. So we type in there from Eugenia Forrest Hodges birth record and attach that record to her. This attaches the source directly to Eugenia Forrest Hodge. Now it also shows her parents in the record, so we can add your parents, the source for parents as well. And what I do is I just click on compare and change this to their daughter. So it's a source for them, but it's their daughter's birth record. So we'll attach that. And the nice thing about this is when you add them, it'll continue that same reason to attach the source to the next person. We'll attach that. And so now all three are attached. There's nobody else on the left side left that we haven't added. So we will return to the family tree. This will take us back to where we started. But now instead of those same three under record hints, we only have two left. So one is a census. We will do that one next. Again, it shows you this. She was a female, 15 years old at the time, living with her parents, obviously. If you scroll down, you can see her mother and father's name, her brothers and sisters' names on down. So we will now go down and click on the review and attach button, again with the left mouse button. This will bring up that source on the left again, and it will have the family tree information on the right. So now we're adding a new residence where they lived in 1900. And I'll add that. And I will put down the reason. This is their home in 1900. You don't have to put anything for a reason. And you don't have to copy the residence over, but that shows you where they've been living, and it can keep a track of them when you go to do research on them. It'll help very much knowing where the people have lived. So we will attach that and continue on with the next person. We'll go to the head of the family, the father. We'll add his birth. So we didn't know what his birth was. So this gives us his birth and the place he was born, Alabama. And we'll add his residence again. One thing nice about the 1900 census, it puts the month and the year that everyone was born. So that's very helpful for information. If you do not have it yet, that's a great way to get it. So we will attach that. And we'll compare the next one. And we didn't have her birth date either. So this is great. We're being able to add the birth dates of the individuals and where they lived in 1900. And now we'll go down. The reason she doesn't have a husband yet is she's just a teenager at home still. So we will now add Harvey H. because he's not even in the database, as you can see on the right side here. Now, a couple of them are on the database. Oh, that says it's the father and the mother. Okay, so we'll add this Harvey H. Hodge, and it finds one in the database and says, is this the same person? I don't know if you married that person, and so I can't guarantee that it is, so I will create a new person. You can't just assume it's the same even if it has the exact same name, so we won't do that. We'll just create a new person. Then it allows you to put it in. I usually put periods after initials that don't have them. And if you go to the date of birth, you'll notice below it shows the standard is February spelled out. All you have to do is touch your space bar while you're in there, and it'll give you a pull down that you can select February 1883. The same with Texas. It doesn't show the United States, so all you do is tap your space bar while you're in there, and it'll give you a pull down that you can grab that information from. And we'll create a new person now. Once the person's created, it will have us compare and attach it. So we add the residence he lived in 1900 and attach that information. We'll go to the next one, Robert O. Hodge. And the same, it thinks it's Robert Oscar. Now the parents here are Mattie Alice Miller and William Elbert. And if I look up above, William Elbert Hodge and Mattie Alice Miller. So this is indeed their son. And the birth date's the same, April of 1888. So we will select that person instead of creating a new one. And we also now get the benefit of knowing that Robert O stands for Robert Oscar Hodge. So we'll add his residence in there. And again, the reason to attach the source stays the same. They're home in 1900. So you just continue down the list, adding all the people that you need to add. Again, I will put a period in there. I'll touch the space bar while I'm in that field. And I'll touch the space bar while I'm in that field. And it makes it very easy to grab the pull down and put those in without having to type them. Very helpful. Again, we'll move over the residence where they lived in 1900 and attach that. Addie L. Hodge is another sister of hers. And we've got Addie Luella, or just an Addie that's a man. This is definitely a female because it's red. The blues are men and the reds are women. So the last one's a man again. So we know for sure it would be a red. And if we look here, we don't know for sure she married James Hiram Walker. If we knew that, we would go ahead and select that one. Since we don't know it, we go down and create a new person. And again, same thing. We put a period after the L. Click the space bar to get the correct date. Click the space bar over Texas to get create the United States added to it, and then we create a new person. And it just goes down the same way. We add the residence in 1900 and attach it. And the last one is William E. Hodge, 1899. Spouse is Mattie Miller. We don't know that. Mattie Alice Miller, that's probably the same one. And Mattie Alice Miller. But none of them give us a birth date for him. And we don't know for sure he is the one that married Mattie Alice Miller. So we will not select any of those. We'll create a new person. And again, when you create the new one, I put a period after the initial space bar. In that field, to have a pull down in the space bar. And this one to get a pull down. And then we create the new person. And the last thing is you add that and attach it. Sometimes when you get these on the record, there'll be more people listed down here. Sometimes there'll be mother-in-laws or father-in-laws. If that's the case, then what you have to do is change this to either the husband or wife, whoever's in-law it is. and put them in the primary place, and then you will see their parents appear above them. So that's the way you handle that. So we have nobody else on the record. Everybody's been attached, so we will return to family tree one more time, and we will add the third record. Again, to look at this record, you simply go to the little icon, you click on it with your left mouse button, and it pulls down what it is. Now this looks like it's going to be a birth record for a son, Thomas Hodge Lowden. And so as we come down the screen, we can see review and attach. Again, we select the left mouse button to select review and attach. And it will bring up that record again on the left, and family tree will be on the right. So this is going to be their son, Tom William, birth record. And we'll attach that. And again, that will allow that same thing to be put in all the fields. And as I compare the second one, it will put their son Tom Williams' birth record in there immediately. So all I have to do is click attach. And then when I get to actually Tom William, oh, I said that wrong, didn't I? It's Thomas Hodge Lowden. And now we get rid of their son and just make it Tom Hodge's birth record. And we want to add where he was living at that time, because under birth it doesn't have a location, so now we know he was in Navarro, Texas at the time. We'll attach that. And again, there's nobody else on the left, so we don't have to worry about adding anybody else into the database. So we return to family tree, and now that will have all three of those sources that we had available attached to the individuals that are in the sources. And it's not just for Eugenia Forrest Hodge, it's also for her husband, children, various people. So just because it shows up as her hint, it may attach to many different people in the database. So you want to make sure you get everybody attached. So that's the end of this video. I thank you for watching, and look for more videos online. Thank you very much.